Another interesting thing about the cost of living crisis, obviously, one of the things that's greatly impacting is everyone's energy bill. And as we all know, running a cinema is very largely dependent on the energy bill in order to maintain some kind of profit. So, we're seeing closures happening across the UK. We were working with the Edinburgh Film House, for instance, and that was a very unfortunate experience. But that pinch, do you think that in this, in the next 4 or 5 months, if we had a good series of family films to be going to, we would still see a rising level of cinema attendance into 2023 as a result of good product?
I think so. To jump onto the cost of living, I genuinely do worry about the cinema change. Things have got more expensive. We can only pray for a mild winter, so people can get through to that kind of closing Q1 and heading into Q2, and then it comes down to product. There is, if you've looked at the movies for 2023 that are coming out, there are some absolute phenomenal films. Some studios, I think, are probably geared better to win. Ant-Man and the Wasp, fantastic. Magic Mike, The Last Dance. I mean, that's going to be great because it's programming to an audience in the same way that we worked on 50 Shades of Grey back in 2015, and then as that franchise continued. Well, movies that are made for very specific audiences are outstanding, and that's genuinely going to be kind of like an event for a subset of the audience, for the ladies' nights across Europe at certain cinemas. Fantastic. Sell that ticket. Make sure that it's group bookings. Go and have a fantastic time. Dungeons and Dragons, a big movie. Illumination working with the folks at Nintendo to deliver Super Mario Brothers, the movie. That's hopefully going to be an outstanding film that's going to bring in, we talk about, can we get the crossover of gamers that have taken away a big share of this pie? Possibly. This is a great shot to do it. A lot of us grew up on going to the movies and gaming. The sort of iconic sounds of Super Mario, those characters, all of that should deliver. And then probably one of my favorite of the Marvel franchises, Guardians of the Galaxy. I think it's one of the most fun, that and Thor. Looking forward to volume 3 of that. And then, I've worked on pretty much every Fast and Furious movie apart from the first one. So will I be going to see Fast 10 at the cinema? Yes, I will be going to see Fast 10 at the cinema. Will the physics of that movie relate to gravity on Earth? Of course it won't, and it shouldn't. It's complete kind of craziness, but the perfect kind of craziness that is all about going to see things that you don't see every day. Then we have The Little Mermaid. We have Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. And then we get into movies that you think, have we seen enough Transformers films? I thought we had, but you see that latest trailer and you think, no, we haven't. We simply haven't. And also there's been enough time now since the last Transformers film for a bit more intent, a bit more, wow, what's the real wow factor here? And I think it's on the page. It really is on the page. And then we're getting the return of Indiana Jones. And then let's talk about Mission Impossible for a second, right? They start with the most incredible stunts, right? That's taken 4 months to get together. Go and watch behind the scenes on how they pulled that stunt together. So there's lots of great things in the mix. And that only takes us up to the summer of 23. As you head towards the sort of fall of 23, there's going to be some great films. So I think, 23 is going to have a great slate. And my health check as a doctor was actually 22 finished better than expected.
If we can get through Q1 and it's looking positive, then the rest of the year, as you're saying, Neil, is going to be very, very good.